Dad's here. Rehydrate while I dehydrate. Been a little too bendy this week. It's not gonna break. But
You can smell that.
yeah, it smells good, doesn't it? You want a drink?
No. Feels good.
Alright. You ready for this?
Cheers.
Okay. Hey y'all, Jenny here.
Brandon here.
And we are
Spilling the tea
with the bees.
What is today? Monday?
Monday.
Monday.
I really do feel like our lighting's a little off today. I feel like we're dark.
I don't know.
Okay.
You look pretty bright.
Thanks. I like your shark shirt.
Thank you, hard
Knuckle
daddy.
up.
Knuckle up.
We got our Dustin Fiore glove. It's my glove for my birthday. I'm
Oh, yeah.
so excited about it. I feel like, so it went for a lot less than the Conor McGregor glove, but like, it's so classy. Like,
So classy.
the signature is so smooth, and it says UFC. I didn't have the stickers on it. Pristine Auctions really did a good job on this glove. Thank you. I love it. I'm ecstatic. My other birthday present. It's my birthday month, so don't forget that. It's my birthday. Babe.
That's what I've been doing. Gifting you, man. Gifting you.
No, it's something. Just got back from a trip.
Oh, yeah.
Another one. We went to Atmore again. Fire was open this time. That's our fan favorited. I was gonna say most, like, you know, like most favorite, like the most favorited fighter
Yeah.
is our most favorited restaurant.
It's fire, too.
It is fire.
So good. The whole fam came this time. Both the girls.
I was so looking forward to the food that I did
Brandon.
like a video. All the food, like I did at Coraline.
We were so hungry, though. It's like, we didn't eat all day, so when the food came out, we didn't have really time to take pictures. We just sucked it down and held it.
we split everything, so we do small portions. So I like finish my food and I'd be like, I didn't do a video. But they have like Oysters Rockefeller there is probably like, they're different. It's different than Coraline's. At Fire, they're fried. So at Coraline's, the Oysters Rockefeller are healthier, but the flavor at Fire, those are like the first oysters that I fell in love with. at
Yeah, but
Fire.
however, I mean, there's only, what, 6 or 8 of them? What, no 6?
Yeah.
I don't think it
That's
is
not
unhealthy because there's only 6 of them and we all get one.
Right.
Well, we get 2. The kids get 1. Grandma, she's like,
She
no.
don't eat oysters.
Nope.
Pops would eat them though.
Yeah, they are so good. If you guys are ever in the area, definitely hit up Atmore.
It's like hidden gem in the middle of nowhere, Alabama. Sometimes the people are nice. On Sundays, they're a little meh. The
Yeah.
workers that work at the hotel check-in, they're a little meh on Sundays. And then it's a dry county-ish, whatever that
Sunday.
means. On Sundays, they can't serve liquor, so you have to bring your own, which is fine. So bring your own anyways, but it's hard. It was hard to get drunk there last night. Like we drank two fifths between the 3 of us, and like it was still hard to like keep a buzz going. But tonight we come home and it's like, okay, let's pregame for the podcast, and we take 3 shots, and I'm like, I'm pretty drunk tonight.
You're not weird, just drunk.
Not weird. Last night we were
We
racially profiled. I mean, like, these people were against us just because we were white people, I think. That sometimes happens in Alabama. I'm never
Yeah.
against anybody for their skin color, but, like, they didn't like us. And they were, like, bullying us. I was a little tipsy, so Brandon was like, meh. But they, like, we never have any issues there. Generally, like, everybody likes to talk to us. It's all fun, go lucky time. But they were, like, talking shit about us.
Oh well, I just ignore it and go on. I'm not gonna Debbie down my night.
We had a fun time. I don't know, like, comment below if your favorite game if you play slots. But one of my favorites is the Wonder 4. And last night I got the Extreme 3 games. So I had eight stacks of free games. And it was on the Dragon, on 5 dragons. I chose the white dragon. Now, I don't even think that he paid attention to know, because if he would have played, he would have chose like the purple dragon, right? But I chose the dragon that's like 25 free spins and it's 2, 3, or 5 times, but it goes all the way down where it's like, oh, 20 spins and like 3, 5, or 8 times, and then like the bottom one is like 5 free spins with like 20, 30, and 40 times, and that's what he would have went for. But I like to like
You just get that one hit.
draw out my spins, but I won, you know, several $100s.
I think
on
you
it.
cashed
It
out
was
five. I think you
fun.
cashed out 500-600 on that.
Yeah, I didn't become, you know, rich, but it was a good time. And then on video poker, I did hit. Well, we both hit two royal flushes
with deuces. So,
but it's still a good time. Like, it's still a good hand regardless. I like it.
it was a great time. I don't think. I think I cashed out one ticket that was worth talking about, and it was not even worth talking about. It's like $300. So
I had fun. I cashed out, I think, a couple of $500 tickets. It doesn't mean that we won. It just means
no, we had a good time.
fun.
We had fun for sure.
And then, okay, so there's that. And then last night, we did the NFL parlays, and we were one team away on our picks. What was it? How many bet parlay was it?
Let's see. We did a Thursday night Chiefs game, a Friday night Eagles game, and then all of the games yesterday. So however many that was.
Well, here, I'll pull it up. Because we ended up just being one pick away. So, finish.
14.
I got, okay, so, actually, mine was a 10 bet parlay. The Falcons lost, the Bengals lost, and the 49ers are yet to play. So, I lost because the Falcons and the Bengals lost. I don't know if you had.
I think I had a 10 or 11 bet parlay, and I won every single one except the Bengals.
Okay, I'm still 70% on that one
The
though.
Bengals really messed me up.
Kickoff's in 20 minutes.
I only had a $10 bet, and it paid out $3.25 or $3.
Getting close. We're getting real good
I don't
on
know.
those picks.
And the Bengals were negative 400. I mean, that's very disappointing. That's like table tennis. Don't get me started.
Well, I got some picks that you can't bet on. You want to know what they are?
What's that?
Those the CMA Awards released their picks today for, they're not called picks, but they released their whoever's nominated for it. But we got the T on Spillin the TEA with the B's. We got the T. We know who the winners are already.
Oh yeah, so I don't know if you guys noticed or not, there was a leak, and so we went ahead and we're gonna spill it to you guys,
Spill
so
the
you guys
tea.
can wait.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the first one, see, we got even like the official envelopes here. It's Song of the Year. So CMA 2024 Song of the Year. Are you ready for it?
Let's see it.
All right. Are you gonna read it or am I gonna read it?
You read it.
Lies, lies, lies. My word, Wallen. Yay.
Good job, Morgan. All right, so the next one is Male Vocalist of the Year. And
Who would the nominees be for that?
I think Luke Combs. Nose picker. Let's see. Morgan Wallen,
Morgan Wallen.
Chris Stapleton,
Morgan Wallen.
and I forgot who the other one was.
Maybe Kojo?
Maybe. I cannot remember. But the 2024 Male Vocalist of the Year, Morgan Wallen.
Ah! Let's go, Mo. The next one, I mean, this one, it can't be Morgan because it's a Duo of the Year. CMA 2024 Duo of the Year. You ready?
Let's see.
Oh. Cowgirls by Ern and Morgan Wallen.
All right. Well, let's see.
All right. I got Album of the Year.
You got
Are you going to take Album of the Year?
Now you take album.
Okay. CMA 2024 Album of the Year award goes to One Thing at a Time by Morgan Wallen.
Man, he is killing it tonight.
He's killing it with these awards. He never wins any awards because people just don't like him. But he's winning all this tea.
Oh wait a second.
Oh,
There's
that's a different one.
There's a new category this year.
Oh, what is it?
Nose Picker of the Year.
Oh, well, that can't be.
That can't be Mo. Let's see who it is. Luke Combs.
The Booger Flicker Award.
Good job, Luke. You deserve that one.
And last but not least, the iconic Entertainer of the Year award does not go to not my.
Oh wait, I think I know who that is.
Do you?
Is it Lainey? No, I guess.
This is not Lainey. Lainey Wilson is not my Entertainer of the Year. So
Let's
CMA 2024 Entertainer of the Year goes to Morgan Wallen.
I think that deserves a shot. Good job, Morgan.
Good job, CMAs, for finally picking the right winners. That's fun. No, you should win hands-on across the board in every category. And if so, what if you think my song collection is only 40 of the same songs over and over? Alright, cheers to Morgan Wallen being my Entertainer of the Year this year, last year, and every year in between.
All right, well, good
It's
job.
to you, baby.
I mean, hopefully Post Malone gets recognized this year. At least something, you know. But
Well, he performed last year. Last year was him.
yeah, but I mean, hopefully
Harvey.
hopefully, you know.
And Mo. Okay.
All right. Well, before we get going, I think it was
Black, right?
yesterday or the day before, some upsetting news.
What's that?
The NFL released.
Oh. I don't even understand. We talked about this on the last cast.
Right, and I didn't realize.
They were listening to Spillin the TEA,
Right.
and they were like, "Oh, we got to get out in front of that because it cannot be posted."
Right. I mean, I actually called it out on Facebook too, and I mean, a few people agreed with
It
me.
totally has to do with what we said.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, because we're so iconic, you know. But no, actually, what's
Actually.
Ashley? Kendra or is it Kendall? Kendra.
Oh,
no.
I didn't know who.
Kendra Lamar.
I guess we should have found out
Kendra
who
Lam-
it was.
Kendrick.
Kendrick. Like, not Tyler Scott, but Kendrick Lamar. Aren't they like...
I don't know.
I don't know. Allie, I know you watched, babe, because you talked about my romper. So
Kendra
let
Lamar.
me hear what it
Kendrick
is.
Lamar.
Go ahead. Put a voice text in the comments. Kendrick Lamar. I know you're a fan.
I mean, how do you go from Usher and all those, you know, and then go to...
I have a comparison, but I won't.
You know,
go
actually,
there.
I played a couple songs on Spotify, and listening to his songs,
Are you
they're
talking about Tyler Childers or Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. Is
So-
that his name? Are we saying it right?
Yeah, but we actually listened to some of his songs on Spotify, and the good news is nobody at home will have to listen to it because it's just gonna be one big yeah. And so I guess like people say that's a good time to refresh your snacks, go to the restroom.
Shoot some tequila.
Shoot some
make sure
tequila.
your bets are live. Make sure you got it going on.
So I don't think we're gonna
But there's
miss.
fans out there. We're
Yeah.
downplaying the fans. There's definitely
Oh
fans
yeah,
out there.
obviously there's fans of
Can you
of
move
his
that
that's
out?
really ecstatic, and
It's
it's
just
just
so
not
dark.
RT.
It's not RT.
It's not RT.
I guess
I really want
before
to
I
see
thought
Post
it was
Malone.
Too far away, so but maybe it's. Oh, okay, that's better. So how all along I made Randy get an extension cord because they told him that our lighting was bad and we needed more lighting here, but actually back
Okay.
there it's better.
Well,
Good job. Thank you.
all right. So we talked about that more.
Mm-hmm.
We spilled the
tea on
the tea on the CMAs.
Ooh. We talked about the Super Bowl halftime. And then, so I think we should just jump into the fight recap. Like, it was a fucking golden week for us. Like,
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, both of us did such a good job with our picks. We didn't have the same picks, but we both went 10 out of 12. And then I even did picks on the Bellator fights on the same night. So if you combine it total, I had 16 picks, and I got 14 out of 16. But on the UFC fights, I picked 10 out of 12. And you picked 10 out of 12, but somehow it wasn't the same 10 out of 12.
Right, because the first one out the gate, which was a great fight for the first round, that was my first loss of the night because it was an upset, and I mean, dude had that reach, and he was really. You remember he had that triangle, that weird triangle, like on his back, trying to rip his neck off backwards.
It was weird, like it was like smushing the hole.
But dude just never gave up, and he
withstood. Fletcher got the choke.
The backwards
and
triangle.
And your dude, Ramaska, got the back. He withstood the backwards triangle. That was like his whole face.
That was a good fight up until it wasn't.
But Fletcher took an elbow early. Like Fletcher was like bleeding, just like blood spewing everywhere. First fight of the night, blood all over the mat. And then I took really good notes this time too. So.
Yes, you did. I'm very.
So, anyways, Fletcher for the win on that one. But Ramaska, like he got close with that elbow at the beginning.
Yeah. If he would have won that, I would have went. I think 10 fights straight before I lost the next one, which would have been
cash out for sure.
I would have cashed out. I mean, if I would have, because I'd only had like 1 or 2 fights left, and I would have already been in the about $1,000 early buyout or payout, not buyout.
Cash out,
Yeah.
All right. Well, the next one it was Petrowski. We are Petrowski fans. I think it's Petrowski and not Petrowski, but Andre Petrowski. We love Andre. We watched him on The Ultimate Fighter. We are a fan. I was not really happy with his performance. He won, but he was kind of like lazy and kind of slow.
I think I said my verbiage was he does just enough.
Okay, I agree.
He's a great wrestler, and he uses his wrestling techniques.
He kept taking him down.
He kept taking him down, and he wrestled him. I mean, this is the UFC. It's not a wrestling match. You're not back in the NCAA wrestling. You're trying to put these people away, and even the judges, I think they said, yeah, you're a great wrestler, and that's exactly what you did. You out-wrestled your opponent, not necessarily out-fought your opponent.
You didn't out-UFC him.
You just had the right time, the takedown, so that's ultimately what got you the win. I mean, good, but hopefully next time, we see more stand-up or more grappling,
Some heavier
more
hits.
submission attempts, just not take down and hold.
So Budka, his opponent, he was on the Contender series while Petrowski was on the Ultimate Fighter. Budka was overweight, so he lost 20% of his purse, and he didn't win. So he lost 20% of his loser purse for being overweight by 2 pounds. That fucking sucks.
Yeah, but in all fairness, I mean, it's not like he took the fight last minute. He knew this fight was coming up. He prepared. He had a camp. He should have made weight.
Mm-hmm. But Petrowski did get 2 grounding offense warnings, and they were huge. Like the last one was huge. Like the last one, like he grabbed the fence to like lift the other guy up, like to lift Budka up. It was like a major, like should have been a major penalty.
Not criticizing your notes because they're really good notes.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should write who the refs are, because I want to say he had the real nice ref.
The one that wasn't going to give him, because if that would have been Ganglione or whatever, he would have been like, nope.
Yeah. Or Herb Dean, he would have been like.
It would have been like a point deduction.
I think he had the bald guy, Chris Tugmill.
Taglioni.
Yeah, the real nice. He's a great ref. He's just real nice.
He is. So, takedown each round. Petrowski took him down. Andre took him down each round. He had a total of 9 minutes of control time. It's his second win in a row. We watched both of them. We projected him to be the winner of both fights. It just wasn't that good of a fight scene, but Petrowski for the win, and we both had him as our pick. Female fight next. Amorin versus Demopoulos. Amorin has a 100% finish rate. But Demopoulos came in with 2 straight wins.
Didn't she like complain and cry?
Yeah. Okay. Well.
It didn't. I mean, she was not going to stop the armbar.
She's a Las Vegas resident. Okay.
Right. She tried to say that she was worried that her hand was inside the gloves, which maybe a finger, but that's not going to stop.
It was 2 fingers. There were 2 fingers.
But she was well above the wrist. I don't know. I think she was more worried about.
It didn't affect the submission.
No,
I don't know. The whole thing kind of seemed a little like
She got
what's the
rocked
word?
and she got
Dim,
scared.
if you ask me. But okay, so she got an inheritance from her grandpa. She inherited his house not too long ago. She sold his house and bought her own house, and this was her first camp that she didn't have to couch surf and be homeless while she was training. And so like everybody thought that she was going to come out like refreshed and renewed, and then as soon as like things started not going her way, all of a sudden it was like, this is wrong and this is wrong and this is wrong. And then she got in her head because she said that she had her fingers in her gloves and the ref didn't listen, and it might have been her being as the ref, because he was like, it was the other guy. It was the dark haired guy with the beard.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't affect
the submission. Like that was all over with before she even got the submission, and even after the fight, like she's still throwing a baby fit. So
I think she flipped her off.
she did. She definitely did that. So Warren for the win. She was classy. She didn't let it get to her. She kind of stood there, and her coach told her, "Don't engage. Let them announce the winner, and then go." And that's what happened.
Yeah, good fight.
But Demopoulos was the crank. This is
where you lost.
It's my first lose of the night. I had
Loss. It's your first loss.
Yisa's debut. My first lose and my first loss of the night. I had Yisa, and you had Santos.
I had Santos. The
Yisa's
Brazilian.
debut.
Yeah.
Debut.
Yep. What? I don't know.
You want me to go over my notes? Or you gonna tell me?
Well, it looks like chicken scratch. It's like 4 fights in, and it starts, like.
Well, we have a new plan for next week. So
Oh, that's gonna be legit.
hopefully you get to participate some. All right, so let's see. There was no wanting to leave it by the judges. Leave the judges out of the decision. That's how Yiza went into it. He was like, the judges cannot be in the decision. Santos rocked him with a kick. Remember the kick he got him, and then Yiza got up, and we thought there's somehow a chance, and then there was a scuffle between round 2 and round 3. They kind of went at it in between the round, and they backed him up. Yiza was a tough fighter, but he can't take the takedowns. He can't withstand the takedowns.
He can get up. He just can't.
Santos dominated. It was Santos' first UFC victory. He dominated the ground. And that's how that worked out.
That's how that one worked out.
Then we have Joe Santos versus Lima. Lima's the one who has the bite tattoo under his arm. He got the first bite award in the UFC. He got a bonus for it, and then he went and got the bite tattooed on him.
He did really good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
He might have tried it too.
Well, he did, but Dos Santos came out not recklessly. That's not the word.
He was fast.
He was fast. He was throwing like spinning elbows, he was throwing a lot, trying to get something to land.
It was kind of like, did you say reckless? It was just kind of like, well, I just hope that I win, and he wasn't really defending himself well.
And where Lima was more, everything was like planned. He calculated, he had a plan, he was sticking to it. Where Dos Santos, he was just going out there and he was just throwing something and hoping for something to land. And
yeah, both Brandon and Mom thought that Dos Santos won round 1 because he was going so fast.
Oh, he was going fast.
Lima just kind of like stood his own, and he was calculated the whole time. And I was like, I don't think he won. Like, it was so sloppy. Like, I know it looks like he's doing work, but he was just kind of like all over the place. And Lima just kind of held his ground and was very steady and even the whole fight. He did cry about a couple of things. I think there was like an eye poke, and then something about he wanted to wipe his nose.
He
as the ref.
He
wanted to wipe his nose.
He had a snotty nose, and he called timeout.
Don't touch me.
And he went to blow his nose.
Lima called his own timeout, and Dos Santos let him do it.
And grabbed his shirt, the ref's shirt, and went to blow his nose on it. He's like, you can't do that. No,
we can't do that. No.
And then he walked to his corner and went to blow his nose. He's like, no,
Chris's shirt.
Yeah.
All 3 rounds ended by decision. Lima's still undefeated, which is interesting because the bite fight, Lima was losing that fight. That would have been his first.
Do you want to talk about Lima's hat?
Oh, he had the kind of just like Mexican cowboy hat.
It was pretty cool.
I have one in the closet that looks just like it.
In our closet?
Uh-huh. You want to wear it? I have one that looks very similar to it.
Well, next podcast.
Sheen official.
Oh, so it's not from Mexico.
No. I can buy one from Mexico next month if you'd like me to.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Limo actually would have lost the bite fight though. The buyer was winning. He was winning that fight. This was not this past weekend. This wasn't this past weekend with Theo, but this was like a long time ago. He was actually losing. Lima was losing, and then the guy bit him, and then the guy, got disqualified, DQ'd because he bit him. So Lima got lucky on that one because he is 10-0, but he would have lost that fight. Bulgarian versus Murat, the most favorite fighter of the night. He withstood. He has him down to a full amount, 20 seconds into the fight. Murat tapped in round 2 with an arm triangle by Bulgarian.
Bulgarian did not stand a chance.
Midwest.
That was I had a side bet.
I did too.
Just because it paid out. It
Yeah.
was like plus 2,500 for him to win, so I did throw $5 down.
I wasn't sad.
I wasn't sad either way.
On a hell of a performance.
I mean, yeah, it was a good fight. I would have been really upset if I would have won my first fight and then he lost that fight. But
he dedicated the fight to his daughter. His daughter's name was on his mouthpiece. I never caught her name, but that's what he said. I thought that was cool. I think she was 4. I don't know what it is with all the fighters having 4-year-olds, but pretty sure she was 4.
I mean, COVID did crazy things for people, apparently.
Zoo and Padilla. Yeah, well, because the other dude has a 4-year-old.
I don't know. I just know, like, COVID is like, what else are you going to do in COVID other than stay at the house?
This one is crazy. This fight was nuts though. So I predicted Padilla to win. Did you have Padilla? You chose, okay, we both had Padilla. I like him. I think he's a great fighter. This one was nuts because Zoo was his opponent and it's like Zuronsky, Zurong, okay? And he stopped the fight because he said he got an eye poke. They played it over and over. And he got like the biggest blow to the eye. And it's just like all swollen. The doc called it round 2. He couldn't see the fight anymore. It was over.
He really thought he got poked in the eye,
but he, even towards the end, even at the end of the fight, he said, he poked me in the eye. It was a total like elbow.
Yeah, he ate that. He ate it bad.
Padilla's the winner.
Yep.
Okay, we went against each other here. I took Pete. You took Yano.
Yano.
They did not pronounce his name Yano. They pronounced his name Yano. And he was the winner. You got the upset.
I did.
The
By
Red
decision.
Fox knocked it out.
Isn't it? By decision.
Yeah, I know. They called him the Red Fox.
Oh.
He knocked it out of the park. I don't know. That kind of did sound like knockout. But that's not what I went in my notes. So.
All right. Well. I don't
So
remember.
he got that one. I didn't get
That was
that
my
one.
other upset that I called.
See, this guy, they call him the Red Fox.
The Red
This
Fox.
dude totally looked like he was gonna win though.
But he didn't.
Fight of the night, up next. I called this fight to be the fight of the night as soon as it
You got
happened.
the Darden fight?
Yeah, the Durden fight.
Durden, my
And then
bad.
I saw on his Facebook that he posted that they did get fight of the night. So Schnell and Durden.
That was a
did
good
get
fight.
fight of the night.
That was a really good fight.
So Durden's wife, she's a strawweight champion. Durden won by submission.
Third round? Thereabout?
I think it was the second round, and Schnell kind of like, the other thing about it is he was kind of a poor sport. He laid his gloves down in the octagon, face up, UFC, and then just walked out. He didn't stay for them to raise Durden's hand. He just walked out.
Well, he retired, but I guess he wanted to
It's just-
retire on top, but he retired on bottom.
Well, I mean, Dustin didn't do that.
Well, Dustin's a better sport.
Well, yeah. So I do think that he should have stayed for the hand raise and not take the spotlight from Durden, but then laid the gloves down and then let him talk about it. But Durden didn't care. He got the win.
Yep.
So that was good.
Oh,
I chose Durden. Oh, you
Durden
did too.
also, what is it? He dedicated that fight to the victims of the school shooting too.
Was that fight?
Yes. 100%.
Okay. All right. I missed that on my notes, but
Well,
okay,
because
Durden dedicated his.
Well, I think he dedicated that prior to the fight. I don't think he talked to it post-fight.
Okay.
I think it was before the fight.
Good. Classy dude. Garcia versus Nelson. I took Garcia and you took Nelson. Garcia's had 5 stops in a row. The fight itself was equal. And then reverse and Nelson, he just didn't defend and it was called. So someone's win streak was going up.
Yep.
And that's it. My notes are real sloppy.
It says fish. Fish.
Finish.
Oh. That says fish and gift.
Break, no matter we go. Garcia wins. My pick wins.
Good job.
And he says, Trump 2024.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
I just see you wrote fish.
well, I mean, you know, I'll show you.
You
This
started.
is fight number 1. That's fight 1. Fight 1. So that's like 3 shots in. This is like the next to the last fight is like 14 shots in. And so it gets a little hard to read
Yep.
what you're writing. But my pick 1, Garcia, and he supports Trump.
That was my
It's a
only,
fucking win-win.
that was my second and only fight loss of the night.
You lost that one. You chose the upset, and the upset didn't pull that out.
Right.
Nelson. No. You said you already fight at this point. Yes. Yes, it is.
That was the fight. I lost that fight.
Yep.
That's the only other fight I lost.
Andrade versus Silva. I chose Silva. You chose Andrade. I did not want to choose Andrade, but even though I didn't pick her, I was incredibly disappointed in her.
Didn't she flip her off like at the end of the?
No, that was the other female fight. Silva dominated, and there was just a lack of striking, and it was a win by decision. And Andrade was not happy with the decision. She thought she won, but she just didn't do anything. Like they just kind of like. I mean, these ladies have first round finishes. They have knockouts. They have submissions. I don't know what they were doing.
They really talked it up like it's going to be a good fight, and it was just the opposite.
Well, Silva is so little. She's so little, but it just ended.
She did flip her off. Yeah, she flipped her off.
So was this wasn't the glove one?
No,
The other one was the glove one.
that I don't know. A couple people
Andre.
were flipping off, during the.
Both female fights were
decisions.
sore fucking losers.
There's 3. I think 3 people. There's
Fingers
one.
were in glove, but didn't
I don't
affect
know.
submission. Okay, yeah, all right. Andrade didn't agree with the decision, but it was a win by decision. She thought she won. There was a lack of striking from both parties. It was not a good fight. It was very boring, very just round the circle, there were 2 fights like that, I believe. But I think, was it this Burns versus Brady fight? Like it wasn't even that. We both chose Brady.
Brady won.
Brady won. I have no notes at this point in time for this fight.
Right. Brady won. I cannot remember the exact. All of them I was keeping like notes in my head, but like you said, you're 10, 12 shots up. At
That's
that point,
right.
it's kind of hard to keep all the notes up there.
I feel like it kind of was like the fight before where it just kind of like just went around. It was like, what are they doing? Why aren't they doing anything? They're not doing any work. And then, so we wrapped up UFC. We went straight into Bellator. Those fights were classy. That was a lot less low budget than Bare Knuckle. So the night before we watched Bare Knuckle, we got some notes on that. But the Bellator fights, I went 4 for 4. I won $60 off of my parlay on that.
Yeah, you had a 4-bet parlay.
Went 4 for 4. All 4 fights were entertaining. I fell asleep in the last fight, the last
That's
round.
around midnight though.
But that's pretty normal for me. I generally don't stay up that late. So
I had to stay up. I didn't have to. I just stayed up to
see who won.
see who won.
See if I won my bet or not. So he woke me up. Baby, you want to bet? Let's go to bed.
Go to bed. It's time to go to bed.
And I was good with
I
that.
gotta go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning.
You made it.
I did.
So you want to talk about bare knuckle? I feel like you should get some, words in for a second.
What? I mean, you just hand me a page that says Disney. But tell me to talk about Bellator.
No, bare knuckle.
Bare Knuckle.
Bare knuckle, not all. What do you mean say? Your notes like not all KOs.
On Friday, we watched Bare Knuckle. Again, it was better than Sturgis. It was better than the Kansas City Bare Knuckles. Like each time, I feel like it's getting a little better and better. Connor was still not in sight. Like, where the fuck are you? Like, but that's Bare Knuckle. That's Bare Knuckle.
That's
and he
where your
still
money's
wasn't
at,
there. It showed the other guy. The fight card was all wrong. I don't know, like, is it bad on Hard Rock or was it bad on Bare Knuckle? But they couldn't get that shit right. Like, okay, so it happened in Utah. So Utah is,
2 hours.
from what I understand, 1 hour behind us. And they started in Utah at like 5 o'clock, which means they started here at 4 o'clock. I never really understood. I don't think that they really understood. Because the Bare Knuckle app was where you're supposed to be able to watch the fights, and you couldn't watch the fights. And then, so we had to go over to the pay-per-view event, and then we got it pulled up there, but the time was wrong. And then the fighters, and so that the fighters and the fight card on Hard Rock, it never lined up. So you didn't get to bet on all the fights. And then so I didn't bet, because I was uploading our cast. That's what I was doing. I was uploading our podcast. And I had trouble with that Friday night, too. Like, my phone just like didn't have any more storage. But so I was messing with that, but you were betting, but the fights weren't the same.
Right, and what's just crazy is I ended up winning a fight that never even happened.
It did. Mike Jones did fight, but they paid him, and then it took the money back, and then it paid him again. But Mike Jones did fight. He just fought a different opponent than what Hard Rock said, and so it should have like voided the bet, but ended up paying and taking it back and then paying again.
Yeah, I don't know. It was all closer.
But Brandon ended up winning like $20, but it didn't line up. Like, Bare Knuckle, like, do you need me to come be your person that makes sure all your ducks are in a row? Because I'm real good at that. And Connor, I think you need some help.
Oh boy.
If you're watching, just kidding. The last topic I have, it is Disney. Like,
He's probably like, "Fuck you."
that's okay too. To say that my daughter likes you, so don't be mean to her mama. She does it so well.
She does.
The last thing I want to hit on though was Disney. So I'm super excited. We're taking our trip to Disney this year. It'll be our second trip to Disney. And we
To the
went on
parks,
several
yes.
Disney cruises, but it'll be our second trip to the actual park. And the first time we went, our youngest wasn't tall enough to ride hardly anything. And this time, she's like just past the 48-inch threshold. So tonight we were looking at like height requirements. And it turns out that she can ride every ride in the park except for the go-karts.
Which is really weird. Which I mean is good because last time she rode a go-kart, she ran over the employee.
So there's probably a reason for that. But I am so ecstatic. Like, she can ride Space Mountain, and she can do like all the like mermaid rides.
Don't look
She's
at me.
gonna Connor you.
Oh boy.
All right. Oh, and then Dana White's Mount Rushmore. Do you remember what it was?
Oh, yes, it is Conor McGregor,
Conor McGregor.
Ronda Rousey,
Yep.
George St. Pierre,
Yep. John Jones.
John Bone Jones.
So Dana says that that's his Mount Rushmore of UFC, which all extremely great fighters, you know, of course. Silva's not on there. Anderson Silva's not on there.
I mean, I don't know. Those are 4 legends, so.
So I saw that today, an interview. That was pretty cool. He talked about why on each one of them. It's on like the MMA Instagram page, and Dana does an interview, like a recent one, and he talks about why he chose each of them, which I thought was pretty cool. So.
All right.
All right. What you got? Anything else?
I think that is it. Tomorrow is Tuesday.
Tomorrow's the Contender Series. I'll give you my picks for the Contender Series. I have them on my phone, so I have to.
There's actually 6 fights tomorrow. There's 5 fights for the Contender Series, and then you have the championship fight, Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump.
Oh, I was like, there's only 5. I hope you have your volume up on your phone because your
Well,
stuff's going crazy.
it looks like.
All right, so tomorrow, here's my picks for the Contender Series tomorrow. Contender Series, Dana White's Contender Series. on at 7. You can watch it on the UFC Fight Pass app. It's only like $10 a month. It's super worth it. So I have, the first fight is a female fight. I have Corinne on that one. Then I have Otori Penzavoli, and then Yorsi Belguro, Cody Still, and Nahabo Sterling for the win. So I have a $10 bet. It pays $67.20. Here's my picks. If you want them, take them. The Hard Rock link will be in the comments. There's my picks. $10, $60, nothing crazy. Of course, if you bet 100, it'd be like 600, but we don't bet like that. It's just a good time. Contender series tomorrow.
I might bet 100.
We'll be back on probably Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday for our fight picks. For Noche, UFC Noche coming up, 306. It's happening Saturday, live at the Sphere in Las Vegas. So,
Yep. Well, cheers to
it's
that.
exciting. O'Malley,
O'Malley.
Ortega, and Lopez. Who do you got on that one? I love Ortega, so
Well,
he
cheers.
thinks Lopez is going to win.
Yep.
It's our final.
Final.
Music says so. Final. Y'all cheers. We got a little skip beat going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.